Oh man.
Ain't nothing fake. Ain't nothing out here. You know what I mean?
Just a solid dude, you know what I'm saying, from the project.
Welcome to OldMann Ways.
Barlero.
Alright, let's do this.
What's up, y'all? This OldMann. Welcome to OldMann Ways. Right now, I got my little brother, you know what I'm saying, from the hood and everything. His name, Ghost.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? We come a long way from the Peabody Project and everything. It's good to see him, you know what I mean? He did the whole 9 and everything, being in and out. So, you know what I mean? First of all, I want to send my condolences off to, you know, everybody that lost family from the hood, like Mondre Cannon, who else? You know, Lil Jamie, you know, China's son, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We here with y'all, you know what I mean? We're praying for y'all. Y'all be easy out here, you know what I mean? I know it's hard, so, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna get through it. So, first of all, I want to holler at you, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know what I mean? When did you move down to the Peabody? You know what I mean? What year was that?
I moved down to Peabody, like, I was born 1992, like 98.
98. And what line you move on?
Kilty 1463 Kilty Lane.
Yeah. I remember y'all stayed on Council 2. Y'all moved on Council 2 back in the day.
Yeah, Council
moved in our old house.
Yeah, Council
old house. Yeah.
That's when it was a one way in, one way out.
Yeah, one way in. Y'all had our side door on 1463 too. I just had to put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. And then another thing, tell me how you grew up boxing and you know what led you to boxing.
I'm just say this, like, you know, in the projects, you know, a lot of niggas hoods, like, people, you know, some people jump off the porch. Yeah. Some people was born off the porch. Some people jump off the porch.
Right,
you know,
right.
We was born off the porch, so
right.
We was around, like, certain shit. But, you know, people ain't around us and make us, influence us to sell drugs and no shit like that. So, you know, we was going to Toward the Port. Toward the Port was the spot. Toward the Port, then St. Vincent.
Yeah, most definitely.
Go to the gym, St. Vincent. I think Ken. But that was around time Snake was boxing. Tyrone Chapman, Hood, Keandre, Lil Benny. We had a lot of people that was boxing around that time.
Yeah, most definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, so how far did you go? Like, tell me how far did you go? How much effort Ken put in you? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say that Ken put a lot of effort in, you know, chicken shit. You know, Ken used to make a motherfucker run all day. So Ken put a lot of it, but when Ken died, I think that's what brought me back. Cause you know I was going in and out of DYS and stuff. Yeah. So you know when Ken came back, that's when I came back.
Yeah.
But,
so what like led you to the streets though? Like after boxing and everything?
Like I said, motherfuckers born in that shit. You know, so you gotta separate the difference.
Right.
You got people that's jumping off the porch, which they being influenced. Then you got people that's born off the porch. Like you see people that's older than y'all. I mean, that's your age. Yeah. And, you know, the project was one way in, one way out.
Most definitely.
So I think it kind of started when, you know, 06. Kind of started when Chuck B.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck B got killed. Then Snake got killed in 06. And I think in 07, that's when we started Y.P.G.
Yeah, 07, y'all started Y.P.G.
We started seeing. And I remember I supposed to been in the house when when Chuck B got killed. When Chuck B got killed out there that morning. Yeah, we supposed to be in the house. Me, Lil Rodney, we was all outside.
So why y'all make up Y.P.G? You know what I mean?
Plies. Everybody want to be Plies. Because that's what YP stand for, Young Project Goons.
Well,
everybody want to be Plies.
Y'all the first generation, too.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 generations of Y.P.G. We just set the record straight for that. So y'all the first. It wasn't that many of y'all. It was like 5 of y'all. Wasn't it?
Like 4. Yeah, like 4, 5.
Yeah. I don't hear name.
Yeah.
Name.
You had Margo, Carlos, Lil Rodney, and Denzel.
Right.
You know, like, but Marco was the fighter. You know, Denzel did what he did, and then no. But how Y.P.G. expand, we just go to Skate King, Skate and all that. But how Y.P.G. expand is when we start beefing with some people. So I think that's why Y.P.G. expand.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question like this. So after Y.P.G., you know what I mean, as y'all came up and y'all got older and everything, so what led you to jail and all that? You know what I mean?
First case. Woo! I was talking about the first case?
Yeah, we can talk about the first case. We can talk about last case.
So, you know, back when I was in the streets, you ain't have too many, like you see how like everybody tote guns and all that. They my age, a lot of people weren't doing that.
Yeah.
So, you know, so it was like more like when people came in the projects or people wanted certain people. And certain people, and people get mad at this, but certain people was going around certain time.
Right.
So made me go to jails when I came out with the name Ghost.
Right,
I went to DYS, and when I came to DYS, you know, our hood was beefing with a lot of people.
Right.
And then I just, what they called me Ghost, because you remember on Takers when T.I. came out,
Right.
came out of jail.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
that's when I started going to jail though. But my first case was a robbery that somebody committed.
I remember that. Yeah.
I took that case for a motherfucker. Then I turned around. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I turned that case for a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so how many cases did you take for people? Because I know, so, you know what I mean? How many cases you took?
I ain't gonna say one case I took for somebody. Other cases, I just ain't tell on the motherfucker. So, you know, motherfucker caught a case they was in. I just ain't never tell the other person 10.
Right.
Yeah, I just took the case. Yeah, I took the case for 10. I think 10 was facing. I'll never forget Marco, his little brother got killed. But people don't know 10 used to be around us all the time. So a lot of people used to feel some type of way. But 10 used to push with her. Him, little bro from the dark, they used to push with her.
Right.
So one day me and 10 was just in the court, and we finna go to a nigga from the west side party. And me and Devin could get in, so me and Devin left. So 10 come to the crib. When that's the time, R.I.P. Kiwana, that's the time. But I had Kiwana pregnant.
Yeah,
I was messing with
Kiwana, R.I.P. Kiwana, yeah.
But yeah, so 10 come. He wanted to go to the club. It was around the time we messed with this Mexican. We go to Fairmount City. It was a gun in the car. It's Kiwana car.
Right.
Gun in the car. But I looked at it like a finesse though. I ain't gonna lie, I looked at it like finesse. 10 had a 15-year bag up in St. Louis.
Right.
We in Illinois. Right. I just got off parole, so I just told him like when they hooked us up, they put 10 in the handcuffs. I just told him like, bro, don't say nothing. I'm just gonna take this gun charge for you.
Yeah.
And shit, that's what I did. I lied on myself, said that I ain't trust him, so they didn't know that he didn't know the gun was in the car, and I took that gun charge.
Yeah. I was in the Justo, right? In 2016, I ran into this dude from the east side. He ended up getting locked up in the Justo. He said, he was like, man, you know, blase, woo. I'm like, yeah, that's little bro. He told me he over on the east side whooping them.
And it's so crazy. And I'm finna keep it 100. It's so crazy because, like, you know, if an east side dude come in St. Louis, we don't really be on that, but they be on that. They be drill graphic that. Like, they be, like, you go into St. Clair County, they be on that. And around that time, I was just, they ain't know. I'm from the projects. I was standing on some.
Most definitely. Did you eat good after that?
I'm gonna tell you about Ellie, but one thing I can't say, Leezy was in Illinois.
Yeah, Leezy, yeah.
Illinois jail is not for the weak though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like my age, you gotta be. I ain't gonna even say physical, because the people don't care about physical. They playing with knives over there.
Yeah,
you gotta be mentally. Everybody not over there mentally. And like you got a lot of people. Because I went to Menard. I went to the pen.
Yeah.
So I was in there with like
Chicago niggas.
Rondo number 9.
Yeah.
A couple of the P's, the Princess. That's what people didn't know. Like when I went to the feds and people was like, damn, he with the moles, he rocking with the moles. They didn't understand. Like when I went to Illinois, I was the only blood in there.
Right.
So you gotta get on count. It ain't no playing. You a game member. You gotta get on count. That's how they rocking over there. If you don't, then, cause I got into it with the Vice Lord. And I ain't gonna lie, I got into it with the Vice Lord. And me and the Vice Lord dude got to fighting in the cell. And when we got to fighting in the cell, they orchestrated. They styled him. So in the mission of stabbing, this how Illinois work. They stab him. So if I tell you to go stab a motherfucker, you gotta go stab a motherfucker. So
right.
Illinois jail, I don't know. It's just
But you made it up out of that.
Hell yeah, and I ain't want to go back. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn right, you made it up out of that. You know what I'm saying? So like, for yo, you know what I'm saying? You got sons and stuff right now, like, and I see that you know what I mean. You raising them, so is you gonna put them in boxing and anything? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Noah, all you heard Noah say, ish. Like, yeah, hell yeah, Indy too. Yeah. So I could see it in them.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't want them to grow up like I grew up. You know, I grew up, man.
Yeah, I'm hip. So what you got? Like, how do you lead them? What advice that you have for them and everything else? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Right now, they babies.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm going through a lot of stuff with their mama and all that shit. Yeah. So,
but you don't let that. You don't let that. You know.
Nah, not on discourage me. They just really be man. I just really be man, trying to get some money. For real.
And that's what's up. And I'm glad to see you done came a long way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
With that little ugly little haircut of yours. Ah, man, yo, man, little turns. I know them as little turns. They ghost came down later on down the line. You heard me, little turns. They were little turns, yeah. Man, I know little turns. Yeah, we 30 as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga running from Red Squad and shit. Cause you remember, I'll never forget. You remember when they pulled up in the hood in the Viet that soda truck.
Soda truck.
Y'all remember that soda truck? That Sierra Mist truck?
I can't remember.
That's the first time I was getting chased by the Red Squad.
Yeah. We was getting chased by Lil Jerry.
Snake get chased us because we, everybody was taking sodas. And I'll never forget they pulled up in the hood. Dude had all that truck. Everybody jumped on the truck, took all sodas. So we had sodas for days. Then we started throwing all sodas at people.
Man, they stole bomb pop trucks, all that shoes off trucks. I done seen it all down there, bro. You better not leave nothing down in the people. Boy, that stuff gonna be gone, especially back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had nothing. I wanted to talk about like how it led to you getting shot up, 5 times. Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it real brief because it's still a little shit going on with that little shit though. But yeah, me and dude Leon that shot me, it was cool. So it really wasn't. I don't feel like it wasn't no animal. I just feel like he was being misled by certain niggas. And it's crazy because everybody don't know the story because people dropping little kites and people dropping little rumors and shit. So I'm gonna just really clear that shit up. So when I got out, me and Leon now had words. We was having words and shit.
Right.
And we didn't even know why we was having words. Cause I used to be pulling them like, damn, why you feel some type of way? But okay, you jamming with niggas outside the hood. That's why you feel some type of way. Oh, that's cool. So I went to jail. I came home, started back boxing. I see him. We all cool. That's Devin cousin. That's Brad, Devin and Brad
boy, all them. Yeah.
And we was all staying together. So I was on parole. Mind you, I used to always have guns at the house, but just so this particular week or 2 weeks, I ain't had no gun at the house. So I was running across Woo Woo, and I was running across a lot of people, and they was like, dude said this and all this, and I just didn't understand, like, damn, why you telling girls this and all that? But I just seen you, so I ain't even know. Like, sometimes you don't be knowing you be having slick animosity with people.
Right.
So long story short, this girl named Kiana, I fuck with Kiana. And me and Kiana was talking before. It was the day before I got shot. It was just crazy because she was like, "I want you to move to Texas." This true story. She watched it. She gonna know. It's because he ended up fainting when it happened. Right. So me and her was talking. So the next day I was going to SWIT. He called Brad phone, and Brad, he was like, woo, I'm finna come over there and smoke. But Brad like, man, Lil Turns over here with the woo. So he like, man, tell him I ain't on that with the woo. So he come through. I'm on it though, cause I already chunked it up. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't never no, I'm finna shoot you. Come on, bro. Like it wasn't never none of that. So he come, he tell me another nigga said what he said. He like, I heard he say I'm gonna turn ghost into a ghost. So when I heard that, I'm asking him, I'm like, damn, bro, you said that? He like, man, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I went woo woo. So he got aggressive, but in the midst of him getting aggressive, he bounced out. He finna bounce out the door. I bounce out the door, but I meet him out the door. We bounce out the door. We instantly get to fighting. Me and Leon instantly get to fight. Now, remind you, it wasn't no shooting and nothing. His brother right there, Brad right there, we get to fighting. He swear in my eye. I ain't gonna cap. He swear in my eye when we fight. But I got the best of him. His shit started leaking and all that. I was like, fuck it, we done. I go upstairs. Brad go upstairs. I'm on the phone with Kiana. All I heard, we heard a knock at the door. Brad look out the door. When Brad look out the door, Brad on some shit like, what's up? They like come back outside. Now in my head, my conscience, that's how I got this tattoo though. People don't know. I got this tattoo stand for Guardian Angel. Like, because if I would have went outside, man, I'm gonna be honest, if he would have waited like at least 2 more minutes, I was actually finna bounce back outside though. But he come back up the steps. And when he come back up the steps, he don't want to fight. You could tell he want to fight. I was just paying attention to him. He didn't want to fight him on the phone. My guest, he tell me don't go back out. So he come back out. He like, let me get my round. So Brad like, if you wanted your round, you would have never left. He like, why would I still be here? So I'm like, me personally, I'm saying shit like this, like, man, I just beat your ass. Woo, woo. I'm like, bro, we just fought. He like, man, fuck all that with my round. He like, I don't got no gun. Man turned around. He showed it. He had no gun. he lifted his shirt up. He didn't have no gun, but he had on some jogger. He had on some jogger pants, but he didn't have the gun on him. He had a gun behind him. And, so I'm already on point. Like, nah, he don't want to fight. So he's smoking. And we going back and forth. We going back and forth talking this shit. I'm like, look, we just fought with the woo. Ain't woo. But I'm thinking somebody outside. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I'm thinking somebody outside.
Right.
But so all I know, he just get mad out the blue. I'm sitting down. Kayon on the phone. What y'all on the phone? I let him know he just get mad out the blue. And just like, I can't get my round. And he just put the 40 out. When he put the 40 out, he upped the 40.
Right.
Like, we was hella close though. I ain't gonna lie, we was hella close. He upped the bitch. Somehow he let me just hit the motherfucker. And when I hit the motherfucker, he just get the bucking in the house. He shot hella times in the house. I ain't know I got hit 5 times. All I know I felt when I got hit in the artery. I didn't even know I got hit in the dick yet.
Right.
So, when I get hit in the artery. Mind you, when we fought, it was hella people. It was a nigga from the projects, and it was hella hoes and Mexicans in that bitch. So we all be out there kicking it, like we all be in the house kicking. So everybody knew what just went on. So as I go outside, they ran out the back door. I go outside, some bitch called the ambulance and all that. So as I'm outside, I'm holding my mind. I feel the artery. I don't feel nothing else. I don't feel nothing back here. I don't feel nothing. I just feel the artery shot. And I just went outside. Everybody outside. I pulled my pins down. That's when I see my nuts. Like, damn, he shot me in my nuts. So they end up coming to the police come, ambulance come. I lied. I said I got shot outside. Remind you, shell cases and bullet holes upstairs. But I'm lying to them saying I got shot outside. They sent me to ambulance. My mama vouched for this. Everybody talking about it on the internet. I don't even know people talking about it. So I'm even I had a conversation with my own boy. They like, man, I was on 3-way with motherfuckers, and they like, bro, Lil Turn just got popped, woo. And he said motherfuckers just not lying about it. Like, so mind you, when the police come, I'm still in the hospital because they had I couldn't leave out the hospital unless they stitched my artery up and stitched my privacy port up. But the hospital was like, you can't leave out until we know you can pee.
Right.
But mind you, the police coming on there. So the police nigga come in there like, damn, like, I thought you said you shot outside with the woo. So they like, now the detectives want you. I ain't do nothing. I do some 2-pop Shakur shit. I sneak out the hospital.
Right.
Mind you, they ain't know. Everybody don't know I'm out the. I was snuck out the hospital. So I didn't supposed to get discharged out of the hospital. I leave out the hospital. But me leaving out the hospital, it did like. It raised a lot of speculation because I never forget. Right after I got shot, the police was on me hard. Like, they was on me hard. I never forget. Murnell came in the gym. Marlon was in the gym, and they came in the gym, but boxed me in the gym. This around the times behind the scenes, a lot of shit was going on behind the scenes.
All right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right though, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just thank God that you made it up out of that situation too, you know what I'm saying? Everything don't need to be even talked about all the time, but at the same time, you wanted to put your piece out there, you know what I mean? And I rock. And for us, them, you know what I mean? Everything, all this is hood shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, you know what I'm saying? God rest the brother's soul, you know what I'm saying? Them 2 brothers' soul, you know, I ain't gonna say their names though. But we know who they is, though, you know what I'm saying? All of this got something to do with you know what I'm saying, where we from, so.
I think that's the main thing. That's why I think a lot of animosity come with outside people. It don't never come with inside people. It come with outside people. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Since our hood be developing and messing with different people, we ain't gonna never backdoor each other. We might not even like each other, but you won't never see us backdooring each other.
Nah. So
all the backdoor stuff be coming from the outside people, and motherfuckers don't be understanding that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, most definitely. So, forward to that, like, so what's your plan right now? Like, what you doing right now? Like, what's your plans?
My plan, I'm working on handling pussy. That's it.
Damn, man. You went a little too far. You went a little far, man. Went a little too far, but it's all right, man. It's all right. We just gotta watch what we say sometimes. Man, gotta keep it real. but we got to watch what we say. You know what I mean? Because you ain't had to say all that. Straight up, man. So you working and what else, man? What you trying to do? You ain't trying to have no boxing gym. Like what you want to do?
No,
like
man.
how like Devin Alexander, what he doing?
Me and Devin, I had talked to Devin and Devin and his brother and Vaughn. They wanted me to get back in there, but like I tell people, like it's a difference between being a street nigga and turning pro, or being pro turning to a street nigga. That's totally different. People don't understand.
Yeah, that's backwards anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
I understand that, like, but I believe, look, this would be my vision if my heart was into boxing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I feel like you can go out there and help train, young dudes and stuff, like teach them how to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like how Devin doing. You know what I mean? You can start up from anywhere. You know what I mean? Like how Ken did.
Crazy part.
Yeah.
Crazy part. I did. I try to go. I straight try to. People didn't know that. I try to. When I had just got out recently, I had to try to go to the park and be a coach, and I was eligible to be a coach. But they be hating, man. This is
but just
police
don't.
Athletic gyms.
I understand that, but just don't never give up just because somebody hate. You feel me?
Right.
You ain't gonna like you ain't gonna have people. People ain't gonna like you. People gonna be jealous. People gonna make up stuff about you, but you got to keep going. You don't let nobody hate stop you from growing and glowing. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you got to do. You got to see the vision. You know what I mean? You got to keep boom, 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 boom. That's what's gonna make them mad because they be like, damn, we tried this and this ain't work. We tried that, this ain't work. But you got to keep going. You feel me? Even if you fall, you got to get back up. You know what I mean? Because your flesh that God He built for you, it's gonna always heal. You can get burnt and skin. Ain't gonna do nothing but attach another piece of skin on that skin to make that look alright. Or you can scrape your knee and your skin to grow back. So man, that just was just symbolic meaning of like, man, keep growing. If my skin can regrow while the hell I'm living, I get shot or whatever the hell might go. Well, if my skin can regrow, then why the hell I can't keep going if I fall? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. Don't let no haters stop you from growing or going. So, you don't let nobody opinion, none of that. You got to keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man,
because that shit did used to discourage me.
Nigga come up off, we come up off Kingdom House plates, man. Stand in line, eating at Kingdom House, St. Vincent, going to Globes. My mama used to, one day in the hood, this back in the day, man. Man, I'm going to close it out after this, like, and, my mama went to go our birthday, one of our birthdays came, right? She ain't had too much. So my mom went to Globe to go get us some jeans and some shoes. Well, we wear the shit out of it. Me and my brother, we wear the shit out of it. We go outside, man. We got the whole hood laughing. They knew where we got it from. We trying to lie to them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, them niggas don't go to Globes. So we walking in the hood. They like, them niggas got that from Globes and shit like that. So we like, no, nigga, we got this from Gus. That's when Gus used to be popping.
Oh, you remember Gus that was on 14?
Yeah,
that was the most. Boy, we used to steal shoes out there all the time.
But we ain't had enough, man. Mama Mustang had enough because she didn't go to Gus. Man, they drove shit out of. Man, next day I told my brother we ain't never wear them again. You know, she always came to us talking about, why y'all wear that shit? They jolting on us. We ain't wearing that shit. We wear our own shit. So what would you do like now, like to talk to the youth right now, like since you've been through a lot of stuff?
To be honest, you say what
what would you do? How would you lead like the young crowd? Like what would you say to them? Like a young
Be honest is, see, people don't go off what you say no more. If you pay attention, like especially kids, they don't go off what you say.
Right.
They go off what they see.
Right.
A lot of people go off what they see. So it's crazy because when you come around, especially like, because you gotta understand, like a lot of kids, when they jump off the porch, they really follow us. They follow us, and they ain't gonna follow you unless you're a leader.
Right.
And you can tell when they follow us because some people don't have no concept. They don't know nothing about. I ain't gonna say they don't know nothing about they know if what you do, you get 30 years and all that. But my advice to people, like, man, I've been to the feds, I've been to states. Shit, like, like, they will lock you down for 2 years, you hear me? 23 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these little dudes not even built like that. Like, that's what I'll be, like, it ain't, some stuff just ain't worth it. Especially, like, right now in this generation, you got too many ring cameras.
Right.
You got too much going on, and I just feel like this generation just, a lot of them emotional, and a lot of them don't have guidance. So the best advice for the youth, I feel like, just move with actions. I ain't gonna lie.
Most definitely. I was seeing this thing, right, this documentary when I was in a joint, and you know what I'm saying, I was saying about the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying, Oakland, California, and how they were so brilliant and how they were so smart and how they helped their community, right? Do you think that they was 40 years old, 50 years old doing these with some kids doing this? I seen on one episode that they had their own clinic. You hear me? And they had their own ambulance. You hear me? And these were some kids, and they was like 19, 20 years old in the 60s. Kids doing this. You know what I'm saying? Had nurses, had all of that. So I believe, like, you can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it and your heart into it, as long as you stay positive. You know what I mean? Because you can't never mix the negative with a positive, because it ain't gonna bring a nice vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember when I looked there, Lorenzo told me, the Nike brother told me that it was the realest shit he said. He say, you gotta believe in good karma, bad karma. And I was like, damn, what you mean by that? He was like, if somebody do some good karma, it's like you put the good karma to the universe. Right. And if somebody is due to the fact that you put so much good karma to the universe, and if somebody was to do something to you and all that the good will outweigh the bad, because, you know. But I don't know, it's just how you explain it was just so hard though, and it made sense. And I've been using that method. Like, I ain't gonna it's 24 hours in a day. I'm not finna put 12 hours into doing something negative, bro.
So what are the things that you want to do, like, that's productive, man? That's like just productive, keep you on positive level, keep you on the positive level from going back to your old ways?
Be honest, I'm doing everything.
Like what?
I'm staying away from what, what I can see, man. This shit is a delusion, man.
Yeah.
You know it's a delusion. You gotta stay away from what you know, like, alright, it's beyond, like, the reason I don't go into projects. You know I'm going to projects. I never forget Michelle used to always sprawling. This why I used to get this from Michelle and Morche. They used to be like, why'd you coming down here for? What'd you coming down here? It never made sense when they kept saying, like,
right,
why'd you down here? Like, why'd you down here? And I'm thinking, like, I'm from down here. Like, y'all, like, nigga, you got too much potential to be down here, nigga. You don't see what's going on, nigga. You talking to us, right, nigga, so you know what's going on, and that shit be making sense. So you just gotta stay away from delusional shit, gang, because shit is a delusion.
And then another thing, I wanted you to bring your trophies and your boxing gloves till you say you ain't had it no more, right?
Nah.
So tell the people how many fights you won.
When I turned pro, I've had a lot of amateur fights and won a lot of amateur fights, but when I turned pro, I wasn't even in the pro game that long.
So how many amateur fights have you won?
I probably won over like 30-something amateur fights.
That's good. You know what I mean? Get hit upside your damn head. You was. Man. You gotta make fun of it. And how many belts, how many championships you win? How many belts you win in the amateur?
I won the golden gloves.
That's good.
When I was like 13.
Oh yeah, that's good.
After I lost to a motherfucker, I never forget, I lost to a little old Walker.
Yeah.
I remember I lost to him.
Yeah.
And he was way bigger than me.
Did you fight in the Olympics? Like everybody else?
Olympics,
yeah.
no, I ain't never.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't never come around there because, I was still in the.
I know, but we gotta let the people know, you know what I mean? So I know you know what I'm saying, but a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know me either, but that's why we here to tell our story.
It's just it's in the boxing world, and it's crazy because I see Twin said something about it, and he made it make sense. I just never said nothing, but that's how they do in the boxing world. They blackmail people,
right?
And I don't know why they do it. Like, if they see you got talent, they don't try to give you fights and all types of stuff. So it's like when you at Twitter Park, it's like, if you ain't no fake person, man, it's like a lot. I
understand what you're saying. You got to be professional to make it. And not just professional boxing, but professional as personality. Yeah. And I understand that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But this one thing I can't say, especially about a lot of them people, they never paid attention to the talent.
Right.
That's one thing I remember. I did the news thing.
Yeah.
I would have got rich, not even off the talent. I would just got rich off the background. I had just realized though, like back then, like when I used to come in the news, cause I never forget, I was in the gym. I looked horrible. I'm up all night. That's when I was messing with Tisa. I'm up all night. I ain't getting no sleep.
Right.
It's 3 weeks before the fight. Dude come in there. It's a news report. He come in there. Him and some girl. I get the spoiling. I looked horrible. I'm getting hit with shit I know I can see. So when you don't get no sleep, your reflexes be off. My reflexes was off. Look, Ali, I sat down. Ali like, boy, you look horrible. And that was changed. I'm like, damn. But when I went up to the news reporters, they were just talking so highly. Oh my God, ooh. Because in their head, the background, the storyline is the fact that nigga, you been shot, you been in jail, and nigga, you still going. And that's my thing right now. As long as I ain't in jail, I'm gonna keep going. I don't give a fuck who hate on me, I'm gonna keep going. That's just me.
You got to.
I ain't worrying about what another dude do, none of that. I'm gonna keep going. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, right. So how old was you when you first had your first fight?
I think we was 10. I was 10. Y'all was 10. Yeah, I was 10. Everybody wanted to have Lil Jerry. Don't forget. With St. Charles. St. Charles.
Used to whoop a lot of niggas.
Yeah, he did though.
Man, he shot shit in the streets. He get in that ring, he be losing sometimes.
Man,
like
everybody,
what?
I'll never forget. It was hella people that fought that day. Rodney fought. Keandre fought. Lil Benny fought. Tyrone fought. Lil Jerry fought. And I forgot somebody else fought. But yeah, I remember that was my first fight. I was hitting the nigga with 1-2 all day. Yeah. I ain't know no other punch. 1-2. That's it. I should have 1-2. Yeah. But I ain't throw no combinations. I ain't know no I ain't even know the jab at the time. I just do the. But growing up, running from DMX Red Squad, that's all them niggas had was 1-2.
Yeah. That's the first thing you learn.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't nobody no combinations yet. You throw that 1-2, you bag it back. You throw that.
One time,
man, what?
Man. Oh man, that was man. It's good, man. That's all good, man. I want to shout out to all the fights from the hood too, man. Everybody done put on, from everybody. Y'all know who y'all is, from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Murr Bull, Tyrone Chapman, Lil Benny, Lil Turns. God rest his soul, Snake. Everybody, even Lil Danny, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, even the ones that stop boxing. And can't forget about Dirty too, man. God rest his soul too. Shout out to Dirty too. And shout out to all the ones that grew up boxing and stopped boxing and don't nobody know their name, and they went in the hood, and they also, y'all was doing y'all thing in the streets too, so the streets know y'all name. So I want to shout out to y'all too, man. But yeah, man, it's all love, man. Come on, bring it in, man. You know what I mean? My outside downtown boys, you heard me say us. Yes, real project boys, you heard me, man. Love you, man. You keep your head up, keep your face up, keep God first, you know what I mean? Whatever religion you believe, whatever religion you follow, man, you know what I mean? Keep your peace, keep your sanity, man. Stay strong, you know what I mean? And that's my best advice I got for you, you know what I mean? Is right on for pulling up, you know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying, I told you I was gonna do that, and I'm a man of my word, so, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then, for Michelle, we need you on grind time. Gonna need you on this mud with all your stuff. Yeah, she popping. We gotta get her on it too. Yeah, we gotta get on, and everybody else from the set too. You know what I mean? They want to tell y'all story too, man. Everybody from the set, the whole city around. You know what I mean? We on this, what we on. You know what I mean? We on better things. You know what I mean? We can uplift each other. You know what I mean? We all need to get on. So you know what I mean? That's our piece right there.
Barlero.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm that old man, coming from the Peabody Projects and everything, just did 10 years, you know what I mean? But I rehabilitated myself, got my mind right, became a grown man. A lot of people know me as old man, but I'm new man now. So, you know what I'm saying? Reach one to teach one, So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of dudes in prison trying to rehabilitate themselves. They don't praise the glorifying things that they do on the streets. You know what I mean? Don't forget about your people. Always reach back out to them. Make sure they head on straight because they need y'all. All my dudes, level 5, level 2, level 1 is coming home, and a lot of dudes is never coming home. I feel y'all, from everybody eating meal loaves, trying to study in the hole. all those things, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm praying for y'all. Y'all stay strong even on holidays, even go on the main line, you know? So, you know what I mean? We just thank God for everything, you know what I'm saying? All these dudes that's on the streets living that life and glorifying that life. I ain't gonna say it's really the way to go. And I can't say the streets because I know how the streets is, but at the same time, if I can reach the minds of the streets, I'ma tell y'all this. You know, just know what comes with it. And when it comes, when the times get hard and it's time to go face the prosecutor and the judge and all that, you gotta stay firm. Don't fold, don't bend, don't fold, you know what I mean? I took them all the way to trial, you know what I mean? Had a mistrial, and you know what I mean? I'm blessed to come home. That's it, that's that, you know?